Welcome back, Boss Wizard Crypto. As titled, you can see this is the last chance for the S&P 500. Is it the last chance for a 100+ year bull run? That I don't know. And we're going to talk about that now. Been a while since I posted a video on this, but I've been tending to the needs of my Discord community, where I go into a lot more detail about all the charts and all the markets. But let's dive in. So I have, as labeled here, a cycle degree top. 5 of 5 of 5. Could be the wrong wave degree. Okay, it could be a super cycle. It could be a freaking mega cycle, grand super cycle, millennium cycle, whatever. What do you want to call it? It's 5 waves. Done. Okay. You worry about the degree later. 5 is 5. This is how I have this counted. Actually, this should be here. I have an impulse. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 can only begin something, or it can end something. In this case, very obviously, the beginning of something. Okay. Beginning of a much bigger move. Now I have this labeled right now as a 1. Down. See this label here. It could very well as easily be an A wave. Okay. Again, this is a 2. Could very easily be a B wave. But impulse down and an expanded flat that needs to complete for a 2/B. Okay. 3-wave move. That's a zigzag. Okay. Zigzag. Okay, you count however you want. I see this is 5 as A, that's the pullback, and another 5 right here. Okay, you can count it as a triple zigzag if you want to, it doesn't matter, whatever, it's 3, it's corrective. Okay, doesn't really matter how you get there, it's a zigzag family. Okay, and then we have an expanding ending diagonal, 5 up. Okay, 3, 3, 5, flat. Not validated yet. Okay, and that's why I have this markup right here. We need, and I have this dialed into the penny, by the way. Price needs to, this final zigzag, okay, needs to come up here and break that price to validate. And it can go as high as it wants to, okay, because it's expanding. Probably won't, but it can. All right. Ziggity, zag, break that price, and it's game over, folks. Okay. Now we have clues. I'll show you some Elliott wave clues here. All right. I spent a lot of time going back and forth trying to figure out what this was. And I mean, I'm sure that sure as my Aunt Sally is my favorite auntie, that's an impulse, right? There's nobody questioning that, right? This here, expanded flat into 2, zigzag, 4, we have alternation. Okay. There's a lot of people out there trying to count this like W, X, Y, blah, blah. Stop. Okay, just stop. All right, if you have to force some, I'm going to call it bullshit combination count, okay, when you can count it much more simply, then it's not right, okay? That's just not right. W, X, Y, X, Z, or whatever, right? Okay, WXYXZ. What? Why? For what reason? To not even hit the freaking. Let's look at the retracement here. Okay. Let's look at this. What am I in? Am I in linear? I'm in linear. Okay. Whoops. Let's see. Where's my retracement tool? There it is. Let's look at this retracement. Okay. So you're telling me, right? Let's think about this logically. Okay. The purpose of, say, a triple zigzag or even a double zigzag, okay, is because the first zigzag or the first two zigzags didn't go far enough. Okay, they didn't reach the required retracement level of the previous wave. So you're going to tell me, okay, if you're retracing this impulse right here, that you needed a triple zigzag to come down just to barely touch a 50% retracement. Not to get down to the 61.8 or even the 786 if that was the market's intent, right, to get down deep enough, okay, that the market needed a triple zigzag to get to 50%. Everybody look at your keyboard right now. Between the D and the G is the F button. Okay? Between the D and the G is the F button. If you have doubt, push it right now. Press F for doubt. Now, rule that out as being anywhere near remotely probable. But what do we have that is very simple? An impulse. Okay? Now this is harder to count, right? But it's corrective. It is corrective waves are always harder to count. Okay? Now let's go to a line chart. Bear with me one moment here. Okay. Now this here is the weekly line chart. Just a basic weekly line chart of the S&P 500. I've not touched these labels. I've not moved them. I placed them based on the price action of the candlesticks. But in line, on the weekly chart, we can clearly see the same thing. There's your 1. There's your flat for a 2. There's your 3. There's your zigzag for a 4. Does not encroach on the price territory of wave 1. 100% legal. And there's your 5. Then you get, as clearly seen in line, a zigzag for your A wave. Okay. Zigzag for your B wave, or zigzag family. Okay. On the weekly, it just looks like a regular old zigzag. Okay. If you get down to the candles, hey, maybe you want to count it as a double zigzag or even a triple zigzag. Who cares? It's 3 waves. Okay. And then you have a zigzag for 1, 2, 3, 4, and completing 5 now. Expanded flat into 2 or B. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Now I'll just keep it in line because why not? Okay, doesn't make really much of a difference. Oops. Now we're going to talk about this bigger price action. Okay, and what could happen. I have this label as a 3 right now. Again, it could be a C. It could be a 3-wave move. We don't know yet. Okay, we will know if this breaks right here. Boom. Okay, why is that important? This is your final impulse, right? If we come down now in 3 waves, okay, in this 3/C, okay, breaks this, it is game over, folks. Then you are confirmed that that's a 3 and not a C. Okay. Will the market be so kind to let us know right off the bat? I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out. If we come down here, stop. Right around here maybe. Okay, or even right to here, right? And we don't break this low. It could still be a 3 or a C. We don't know yet. Then we have to wait on this reaction. And if all we get is a little flat or a triangle or something like that, and then you come down and break this low, then you know that's a 5, that's a 4, and that's not a C, it was a 3. But again, 5 can only be the beginning of something. Or sorry about that, had a little interruption. Again, 5 can only be the beginning of something or the end of something. In this case, we look bigger. And it's only the beginning of something if that happens. Okay? Because then what you get, okay, let's go ahead and place these labels of our theoretical. Here, let's erase all that. Okay, we'll redraw it. We'll just say a little triangle, who knows? Don't know yet, right? Could be anything. And I'll just place those labels there, just for sake of conversation, right? Boom. Okay, so then 5 can only be the beginning. You've now retraced this entire wave from the COVID low. Retraced the entire thing in 5 waves. Okay, that means that not only is this over, okay, but also this is over. The only question then remains, was this a 1 of more to come? Not from there. Okay, first of all, you still need the pullback. Let's talk about that first. Let's go in order here. 3-wave pullback. Okay, probably some sort of zigzag. All right, after you get the 5 down. Everybody's going to think the bull runs back. It's not. 5 can only begin something here. Okay, that's a B wave. That's an A wave. Okay, and then you get 5 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if this low holds, yes, I'm back to 2008. Okay, if this low holds, then this could be a 1 and this could be a 2. Okay. Alternate scenario. We're getting way into the future here, but alternate scenario. If this low breaks, then this is definitely over, and we have definitely ended. Boom, something like that. Probably not that low. That's going to negative numbers. Goodness gracious. But you get the point. Okay. That's 700 on the S&P, right? You come down and you break that, even by $1, then you have officially ended. You see I have a little 2 label here, right? Because the 1 up here and a 2 down here, right? Then you have officially ended. Let me go big into log. This whole impulse. Okay. that started way back here. Okay. Now there's questions. Okay. Was this a 1? Right? Of something? Who knows, right? There's something happened before this. Or was this like a 3? Probably not, because that's a zigzag. All right. We don't know. And we'll all be long gone by the time we figure that part out. Okay. But at a minimum, this move here, all the way up, is done. Now this is like Great Depression level stuff right here, even though we're only looking back to 2008, right? But look what happened back here in the 1929 crash, right? We went back to, in line at least, probably went a little bit lower, but in line at least, we went to $4.27, and that got you back to 1897 from 1929. Okay, and that was a depression level event. It erased 40 years of history. Okay, this would erase. Well, it depends what you go to. Okay, if you break this low, even by $1, then you're going all the way back to 1996, 1997, same kind of thing. Okay, you're erasing 30 years of gains. And the reason I make this video is so you're ready. Okay, because let's look at another thing. Okay, now let's talk about the bullish assumption. Let me delete all this stuff. Bear with me. Hopefully nobody has any epilepsy or anything. There we go. Now let's look at just this part. Okay. Let's just look at it. Okay. Without the count. Do you think that just that right there is the correction to all of this? Absolutely not. Right? No way. Now, if you get down to here, could be. Right? What am I? I'm in linear right now. Okay. But in line, of course, this is going to be a few dollars off because there's probably a wick there. But okay. Yeah, I drew that pretty good actually. So if this 3 comes down, so this ending here, oh gosh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous impulse. Wow. Perfect proportions too. Look at this 60. This bottom, this last impulse, okay, this bottom touches this 61.8, right? Like the proportion of this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, that means that this move right here was 61.8% of the whole thing. Like that's absolutely gorgeous. That is a perfect proportion. Wow. I just noticed that actually. Live here on YouTube. We're not live, I'm recording it, but still. Absolutely beautiful proportion. Regardless, you come down here 3 waves, okay, and touch this 61.8, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then possibly yes, this is a 1, 2 of, and you're going into the 3, right? Which would mean that this is an A, and this is a B, and this is a C. Right? Which could be the case if you break this low or not. Okay. So we're going to have to wait and see. But this reaction is important. What I referred to earlier, if you break this low, then for certain this wave is the end of something, right? This can't be a 1 and a 2, right? Or a 2 here to get more. okay, as this being the 1 if that low breaks, right? It's a rule, okay? But this could be a 1 and a 2 here in a 3-wave move, right? Of more to come. So we just have to wait and see. Now, like I said, if this low breaks, then this cannot be a 1. Then we're the same logic as this being the end of something. If this low breaks, and if this low breaks, then this was the end of something, right? Which, honestly, if I'm at this point, if I'm a betting man, probably is what's going to happen. Okay, but this is literal years down the road. Okay, so just as a recap to that. Okay, I'll show that one more time. This would be an A wave. 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you're going to get a pullback taking a couple of years. Everybody's going to be bullish. They're going to suck you all in. Don't fall for it. It's a B wave. Okay, and then you're getting 5 back down. And even if you break that by a freaking dollar, okay, then this is confirmed the end of something, which would be the end of a 100+ year cycle, right? And that's your 2. 2 being, it's off the screen, okay, but go back to 1870 or whatever it is. 1, 2, the correction to an impulse from 1870, and now you have another, you're going into a 3, right? They could last freaking 300-400 years or something, right? You don't know. All right, unless, like I said, unless that was a 3. I don't know the answer to that, and I won't be alive and around to see it. Okay, that is huge macro level stuff right there. That only thing you would need to be concerned about for the rest of your life is that breathe a sigh of relief that finally when that is done, which is going to take like 10 or freaking 15 years or whatever. Okay, maybe 10 years, maybe 12 years, maybe 13 years. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, something like that. Then it's all bull from then on out. You were never in your lifetime ever going to see something like this ever again. For the rest of your life, it's just, I know the buy the dippers out there. If that happens by 2030 something or whatever, it's just then buy the dip for the rest of your life. Just keep going, baby. Okay. Now, I mean, the next put, you're still going to get big moves, right? It's all relative. Okay, if this comes out, then you're going to get a 1 like this, and then you're going to get another sell-off. But this low will hold. Okay, but that's going to be a big drop right there, right? Just even as I drew it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's the 78.6% right there. And I'm good at drawing that stuff. Okay. I do that in my Discord a lot. I just draw things, and they just are perfectly proportioned. Anyway, to dissuade you from the bullish case, okay, I want to do the same exercise. So let's get rid of this, so it's not clouding your vision here. Okay, let's just zoom in on this part. All right. Now, between this, okay, and you can even ignore this part, all right, and this, you tell me which one looks impulsive and trendy. You're trying to get off of a low to go to all-time highs here, right? You're breaking so many rules, it's ridiculous. What are you going to say? Off the low, right? You're going to say what? 1, 2, 1, 2, And if I go back to candles, that's probably even, I'm pretty sure that's broken. So that wouldn't even be valid. Okay. Working on what? Another one? Okay, because we are not shooting off into space right now. Okay, this is what an impulsive move off of a low looks like. Okay, that's an impulse. That's an impulse. That's an impulse. Okay, this pile is not an impulse. Okay, to put that all in perspective. At a minimum, all signs point to breaking this, turning, and going back to COVID. I'm Gups from Boss Wizard Crypto. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Consider what I had to say. If you want to ask questions, you want to dig more into this, you want to learn to trade it, smash the like button, subscribe, consider joining the Discord. It's $25 a month. You get a free trial. This is not free chicken, okay? You have to apply yourself. This is you learning how to do this stuff. That's what my Discord's for. It's not you coming in like a deacon saying, when Lambo, okay? I don't want people like that in my Discord. I want people who want to learn how to do this by themselves. So keep that in mind. Have a great rest of your week. I'm out.